Welcome to my channel, part of my imagination. I'm Imagination and you're the Imaginers. Welcome if this is your first time. My name is Jasmine and welcome back if this is your second or third or however many times you've clicked on my channel. Welcome. Happy New Year. It is 2022, okay? And I know you guys are thinking like, Jasmine, you haven't been around. I know, I made a video saying I was back and then I didn't drop anything. So like, I don't know. It's hard out here in these streets. But y'all are going to see this outfit a lot because I am going to be recording quite a few videos so that I can start producing content again. And I realized that I have to mass produce or mass record to make content, or I'm never going to make the content. I'm not really one of like, oh, I think of a video idea, let me go record it right this instant. I'm more of like, let me stockpile a ton of videos that I would like to record, and then I record them, edit them, and I upload them and schedule them out. So that's what we're going to be doing. I rambled a little bit. Anyways, today's video is going to be my January TBR. Yes, we are back with TBRs. I am so excited to finally get back into reading. I feel like I've kind of gotten my home and work settled. So yeah, let's just dive into this because I'm going to keep rambling. Alright, so the first book that I have is Ace of Spades by Faridah Abiki Iyamade. I said this last time I was supposed to read this book. I still need to figure out how to properly say her name. But yes, this is a... What is this? I can't remember what it falls under. I do know that obviously it's YA. But essentially it's about these two kids that go to this school and someone starts blackmailing them. And they don't understand why. So I've actually read most of this. And I'm just wanting to finish it. I figured to start myself back into reading and picking up books, let me start with some books that I've already started and loved and just never finished. So the first one again is Ace of Spades. Alright, the next one I have is Act Your Age, Evie Brown by Talia Hilbert. And I've read the first two, Take a Hint, Chloe Brown. And, oh, what's the next one? This is the only one that I own, surprisingly. But, I love the first two. Really want to pick up the last one. And I figured, what better way to dive back into reading with a little bit of romance. And I know that I'm going to love it because I love the first two. And yes, if you don't know what this is about, the first one is essentially following this girl. Take a Hint, Evie Brown, and, oh no, excuse me, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and Take a Hint, Danny Brown. So, those are the first two, and it's following these three sisters who are basically not looking for love but end up finding it, and they're absolutely so cute. I really enjoy this one. I believe this one is about the youngest sister, Princess over at Castle Library, my best friend. Y'all know that already. I'll have her link down in the description if you don't follow her already, even though I'm pretty sure most of you guys have followed me from her channel. But yeah, she loved this book. This was her favorite of the three, I believe. And yeah, I'm excited to get to it. Alright, the next book I have is Some Places More Than Others by Renee Watson. And if you know anything, well, I don't know, I haven't actually been doing any wrap-ups. But yeah, I read Renee Watson. No, I did do a wrap-up of this. I read this in the beginning, either the beginning of 2021 or the end of 2020, excuse me. Either way, I read Renee Watson. Absolutely loved her writing. I love her middle grade. This is basically following a girl named Amara. And Amara wants nothing more but to go to New York and to visit her father and her father's family and the brownstone. And pretty much it's a coming of age in middle school. Essentially, you're just following her and the connection that she has with her family. And that's really all that I know about it. And it is really short. Again, should help me spark back into reading with nothing really too big. Alright, so this next book, like, don't come for me, and I know you guys are gonna be like, Jasmine, what the fuck? And I know, I picked this book up twice already, 2 times, and I didn't finish it. And it has nothing to do with the book and everything to do with because I just was in a reading slump. And that book is Dark Age by Pierce Brown. I know. It's literally the 6th book in my favorite series, and I haven't read it. I did start it though. I started it when during Christmas, or the holiday, I should say, because it wasn't on Christmas. But during the holiday, I drove to Pennsylvania, and it's a 10-hour drive from here. That's where my sisters live. And I was visiting for Christmas, and I tried to read it, or listen to it. I tried to listen to the audiobook, and I got about 2 hours in, and it was just like my brain would not focus. My brain would not focus on the story. Like, I could not pay attention. But in my mind, I was like, a 10-hour audiobook or a 10-hour drive. That's 10 hours of audiobook. I should do phenomenal. Didn't work out. I got about 2 hours in, and I'm really enjoying it. But it just wasn't the setting for me to read that on a car ride, I guess. So yes, if you don't know already, I will link in the card or down in the description an extensive review that I've done on Red Rising. I talk about Red Rising all the time. It's one of my favorite series. So of course, y'all should know about Red Rising because I always talk about it. But if you don't know, it's basically just following this man named Darrow. The first book is following this man named Darrow, who is a red, and society's broken up into colors. And they're not actually the color, but they have characteristics of this color. Every color has a characteristic, the bottom being reds, the highest being golds. And essentially, some things happen, and he finds out that what he was living for and working for was all a lie. And you can see where that's going to go. This is an adult sci-fi. And with the touch, I don't want to, like a touch of fantasy, maybe not even, not really. It is sci-fi. I really enjoyed this series. It's, again, one of my favorites, so I'm actually excited to get to this. I've already started, and I really just need to finish it. I know you guys are looking at, this is the Illumicrate, I think, edition. Either way, it's the one with the snake. I know it's highly sought after. It's mine. You're not getting it. Alright, so what better way to kick off my reading with continuing series that I know I'm already going to love. And I'm going to be reading Sight Witch by Susan Dennard. And if you know, last year you watching my videos, I pre-recorded and picked, in the beginning of the year, I picked all my books for the TBR. And it by like June-ish, that kind of went to shit. And that didn't happen. But this was on my actual TBR last year. I didn't get to it. So I'm going to get to it this year. Again, it is very short. Even though I know I just showed you guys Dark Age. But I figured, hey, I already love it. Already excited to continue on with the series. So what better way than to just pick up something that I know I'm going to love. Alright, again, on the pattern of either reading short books that I know I'm going to enjoy by either authors or series that I've already read, or picking up books that I've already started and just need to finish. Again, don't come for me, okay? Because I know I've been reading this book for quite some time. And if you guys were following my Goodreads for a really long time, this book was on there as still reading, and I just wasn't reading it. That is Strange the Dreamer by Lonnie Taylor. Yeah. I want to say I'm about 3/4 of the... No, I'm lying. That's too much. That's way too much. I am 1/3 of the way through this book. And I know you guys are like, Jasmine, you literally started this book in 2020. Okay, angle change, probably camera quality change. My camera died and I left my battery at my sister's house in Pennsylvania. I keep rubbing my eye and my makeup's probably getting fucked up. But it is what it is. Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying, but essentially the next book that I have is Strange the Dreamer by Lonnie Taylor. I've already read some of this book. I don't plan on rereading it. I'm just going to pick up where I left off because I literally remember everything about the book. It's just like literally one of these books that just has stuck in my brain and I haven't gotten rid of the information. So yeah, alright, the next book is Pet by Amazi, excuse me. I actually can't remember what this book is about. And let's see. It says, there are no monsters anymore, or so the children in the city of Lucille are taught. Jam and her best friend, Redemption, have grown up with this lesson all their lives. But when Jam meets Pet, a creature made of horns and colors and claws, who emerges from one of her mother's paintings and a drop of Jam's blood, she must reconsider what's been told. Pet has come to hunt a monster, and the shadow of something grim lurks in Redemption's house. Jam must fight not only to protect her best friend, but also to uncover the truth and the answer to the question, how do you save the world from monsters if no one will admit they exist? That's it. That's the book. It's, again, a short story. Not short story, but a short read. So I should get through this pretty quickly. And yeah. All right. Picking up a book that I've already read the first one and really enjoyed. And that is The Crown's Spades by Evelyn and Skye. I read the first one, which is The Crown's Game. This is set in like a Russia type setting. And it's essentially following these two people that have powers. And they have to compete with each other to become the Imperial Enchanter. Obviously, there are some twists and turns and some political intrigue. I really enjoyed the first one. I love Russian settings, apparently. If y'all know anything about me, you know that one of my favorite series is And I Darken by Kristen. I was going to say, I don't know why, but I was going to combine two authors' names together. I was going to say Kristen Bracken, but I was like, what? But Kristen White, yeah. So I'm going to pick this one up. I know I'm going to enjoy it. It's not really that long. It's about 400 pages, so not too bad. I should be able to get through this. All right, so keeping up with the theme, because obviously sometimes I always pick up books that Princess is reading. If you watch Princess' video, I'm pretty sure you know that she is reading The Gilded Ones by Namina Forna. And are we girls? Are we demons? Are we going to die or are we going to survive? That's really all I wanted to know. This book was one of the books that fell victim of COVID. It was supposed to come out in 2020. It was supposed to come out in 2020, but it ended up didn't come out until 2021. I love the cover of this. I did pick this book for Princess to read, and I figured, I'm not going to say we're going to buddy read it because we all know that I do horrible at buddy reads, but yeah, I will try to read it along with her. All right, and so these last two books are books that Princess picked out for me because she was like, well, you picked a book for me, and then she picked two books. If you guys don't know, Princess loves to use me as like a dummy for books. And she's like, well, I'll let you read it because I'm unsure about it, and then you can just tell me if it's good or not, you know? So, yeah, and one of the first books that she picked for me was The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abby Dare. And, if I remember correctly, it's about this girl named Aduni. It's a 14-year-old Nigerian girl who knows what she wants, an education. The only daughter of a broken father, she is a valuable commodity. Removed from school and sold as a third wife to an old man, Adani finds her life amounts to this: 4 goats, 2 bags of rice, and some chicken, and a TV. When unspeakable tragedy swiftly strikes in her new home, she is secretly sold as a domestic servant to a household in a wealthy enclave of Lagos, where no one will talk about the strange disappearance of her predecessor, Rebecca. No one but Adani. Bam. That's basically what this story is about. I know I'm going to love it because I'm in a few Facebook groups of people that have read this book and they loved it. And all in all, it just screams something that I'm going to love. So she picked this book and I'll let her know how it goes. All right, and the last book that Princess picked for me is Kingdom of Souls by Rina Baran. And I don't really know much about this book. Honestly, you guys already know that I picked it up for the cover, because why would I not? And yeah, it says, born to a family of powerful witch doctors, Arya yearns for magic of her own, but she fails to read the bones, fails to see the future, and fails to call upon the ancestors. With each passing year, her ambitious mother looks upon her with ever-growing disapproval. There's only one thing Arya hasn't tried. All right, I'm not going to read past that because I don't want to know anymore. But, yeah, I'm assuming she just doesn't have magic or something, and she's going to do something to get that magic. That's really much all I know about it. I know Princess said she read some of this and she just didn't know if she wanted to continue on. I've heard nothing but great things about it. I know the second one is out already. I'm behind the curve, but y'all already know that. But yeah, this is the last book that I'm going to be reading. Actually, I forgot one more. So I'm actually reading an arc, and it's African Town. I can't remember who the author is by because I don't have it written down. But it was an arc that I got. I am a Penguin Teen influencer. If you didn't know, you probably didn't know because I haven't been doing it. I also haven't been requesting arcs because I wasn't making videos, and I just felt wrong asking for arcs if I wasn't going to read them. So, yes. Yeah. If all I remember is about... It's basically a story about one of the last slave ships, inspired by one of the last slave ships. That's what the story is kind of following. So, I know I'm ready to get my heart broken. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the last book that I'm going to be reading. So, yeah. These are all the books. Oh. No. These are all the books that I'm going to be reading. Start the year off. I'm going to start the year off very right. But, you know, I think it's going to be a good reading month. And I really hope that I can stick to it and just get back into reading. Because I really miss reading so much. Like, I get so angry when I'm not reading. Because I'm like, why am I not reading? And I got all this time. But it's just like, I just wasn't in the mood. So hopefully I can jump myself into being in the mood to read. But that is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to check out my description where you can find easy ways to contact me, as well as all the links and videos and books that I talked about. If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if not, just imagine that you didn't come back again. Until next time, keep imagining.